Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the Boycott Everything podcast, brought to you by CGN.us. If you're a gamer and you do content streaming, YouTube, or you just want to build a community, go to CGN.us, and we want to thank them for sponsoring our podcast. And, in case you guys want to follow us, you make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitter. All our links are down in the description below. And you can also find us on UJIZ.
My God, is that real?
Yes,
What the fuck?
it is. I am not lying
Jesus.
either.
I was not ready for that one. Well, hello everybody. My name's Rhett. What the fuck am I doing? What up, guys? We're doing the NFL edition this week. So what we're going to be discussing is who won each division, Super Bowl picks, MVP picks, your dark horse pick, and then just random ass questions. So let's get a random ass question. I would like to say hello to my co-host Wooly
Hello.
and our guest Iron Ranger again.
Hello.
He wasn't killed after the last episode we did with him on the XFL logos.
Let's try to get him killed this time, shall we?
We can
Yeah.
get it done this week.
We're
See
gonna get
what
him
we can
killed.
do this week.
We're going to piss off fan bases this time instead of the government. So that'll definitely get him killed.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah, it's on.
No. What will happen is we'll release this episode, and then the government will kill him and use this video as cover, saying that fan base killed him. And that's how conspiracy theories start, ladies and gentlemen.
Fortunately for me, Donald Trump never bought into the NFL, so we're good here.
Thank God.
God.
Dude, all you have to kneel. All you have to do is kneel. He'll pay attention to you then. All right. So, to get biases and anything out of the way, we're going to discuss the first thing that's important. Iron Ranger, what is your favorite NFL team?
All right, I've got two. Number one is Denver Broncos. I was born in Denver, John Elway years, so I mean, just grew a strong connection with them, and then I live in Minnesota, so unfortunately, I got to follow those poor, pathetic Vikings a lot.
And I'm scared to ask what team it's going to be this year. Wooly?
Well, see, I don't have an NFL team I root for because fuck you, Cronky. You took my Rams and you took them over to LA a few years ago. Fuck you. So yeah, I'm sort of disenfranchised.
He's going to be a Buccaneers fan this year, so welcome to the Buccaneers fan club. All you really need to do is know that we're probably going to lose, and it's probably going to be Jameis Winston's fault.
Oh, so very similar to the last few years in St. Louis. Got it.
Yes, okay.
Okay.
And anybody who knows me knows that I live, breathe, die Buccaneers. I'm not biased. I actually am probably one of the more open-minded people when it comes to that team, especially when, I've been a fan for damn near 40 years, and they've always let me down except for a 4-year period. So, with that being said, we are going to start in the AFC.
All right.
And we're going to start with the West. So,
yeah, the West. All right.
The AFC West. And since that is Iron Ranger's favorite team's division, you get to pick first. Who's your pick for the winner of the league? Division.
You'd have to be retarded to pick anybody other than the Chiefs, right?
Then who?
The Chiefs. You can't not pick the Chiefs to be number one. I mean, not only are they looking like they're going to easily walk through the AFC West, but they might walk all the way to the Super Bowl and not even sweat. Mahomes is terrifying. What he did in his first full year as a quarterback in the league, unbelievable. 50 touchdowns. I mean, those sidearm no-look throws, his pocket presence is second to none right now even. Andy Reid is a genius when it comes to the regular season. He's a genius at getting the ball where it needs to go at all times. He knows how to run an offense, man. And I just can't see their defense falling off too much. I mean, what was it, like 6th, 7th last year in DVOA.
Yep.
So I can't see anybody else but the Chiefs.
Wooly?
I have to go with Chiefs as well. Really, I don't see the Raiders doing anything this year. I don't see the Chargers doing much this year. The Broncos could go either way, but I think the Chiefs are just a stronger team in that division this year, and I think they got it.
Oh, well, I'm going to make Iron Ranger feel bad for two things. First off, I hate the word retarded. It's just a bad word. Like legit under my skin. Number two, I'm actually going with San Diego Chargers for winning this division. I'm actually going to double down on that, and I think that the Chiefs may not make the playoffs.
Oh.
Because
Really?
this is the NFL, and just because you're good one season doesn't mean shit the next. Or would y'all like to discuss my Tampa Bay Buccaneers? No? Okay. We'll stay in the West, but we'll go to the NFC. Wooly, you're first.
NFC West. I mean, it's got to be the Rams, right? Because Cardinals suck. 49ers still suck. Seattle, and not really. I mean, I think it's just going to be the Rams. They played really well past year or two. They're actually grabbing players now like they weren't a few years ago, and
you know the thing that could have kept them in St. Louis?
Yeah. And trust me, I hate saying that they're going to win the NFC West, but I mean, they're just kind of set up that way at this point, I think. So,
Mr. Jaron?
Man, I can't argue with that either. I mean, Sean McVay is top 3 coach in the league right now. Yeah, I can't argue with it at all. That defense is going to be insane with Aaron Donald again. They're going to make quarterbacks regret them every time they look up at the schedule and see them coming up. Goff, still a little concerned, and Todd Gurley's really got me scared, but I can't see them getting knocked off the top perch of the NFC West.
I guess we're going to go on a trip again. I'm taking Seattle.
okay,
Really?
why?
This one. Clowney. Simple. Period. They paid Russell Wilson and Clowney. Because you know what you know what the Rams really didn't have to deal with last year? A defensive front in any fashion in their division. They have one now. Y'all may not realize it, and you may be sleeping on it, but Clowney is probably one of the best. And he's going to make a huge difference. I wholeheartedly believe that. I just think that they're built for a run. They paid Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson is a top 10 quarterback in the league. And I don't think any coach in that division is top 5 coaches. So if there are none of them in the top 5, then you go with the one that has success in the NFL, which one of those coaches in that division has made the Super Bowl and won one. The other one lost to a depleted, bad New England Patriots team last year. All right.
I just don't know if I would trust Russell Wilson enough to do it. I don't know.
Well,
he is the X factor this year.
In my opinion, all of these, everything that we discuss comes down to QB play. And if you had to pick a QB out of that division and you don't pick Russell Wilson, you deserve to lose your games. Because the rest of the quarterbacks in that division are trash.
The jury's out, and I wouldn't say Goff's trash.
I would.
I don't think Kyler's going to do much of anything this year.
I think Kyler's the second best quarterback in that division.
Ooh, buddy, you're crazy.
And I think
that Goff.
I think Goff is fourth.
Ooh, I think Jimmy G is really
Overhyped.
hyped up. Dude, I
Overhyped.
have no trust in
Absolutely.
him.
I have no trust in him, but he's still better than Goff.
Oh
Goff made
God,
it. Goff had a good season because of a running back that took a lot of pressure off of him. Not
it's gonna
because
be.
it's the same
But you know
situation
what?
with the division we're about to talk
He
about.
was missing Cooper Cup for half the year, though. I mean,
That's
that's a big hit to your offense. So then, yeah, you go into your one reads because you're just looking for the open man quick. Pick a hot route and stick with that until you can't any longer.
but the Rams didn't make the Super Bowl or the playoff run because of the QB and running back play.
That's true. That's true. I think we'll see a big step up though. But
I think Gurley's always hurt, and I think Goff is not. I legit believe that Goff is number 4 in that division in QBs.
it's going to be a fun division to watch. That's for sure.
Now let's talk about another overhyped division of quarterbacks, the NFC East. Iron Ranger, who you got?
Ooh, NFC East, boy, that's tough. But I might have to give it to Dallas again this year. They might actually have a repeat winner. Dak scares me. Zeke, who knows when he comes back? But there's just something about that team right now. It just seems like they've got what they need to win 10, 11 games. It's a division where the teams are just going to beat up on each other. The top three, anyways. New York is going to. Oof, New York. I don't know what to say about them. But anyways, yeah, I would say Dallas. Dallas has got my pick. I just don't see. I don't see Philadelphia really righting the ship again this year, and Washington is, going to be up and down. Who knows what quarterback's going to start in what week? We'll see what happens.
Wooly?
Yeah. I guess I gotta go Dallas. I mean, I can't really see either New York or Washington really doing anything this year. And I don't know about the Eagles. I haven't been paying too much attention to them. But I don't know. If I had to pick, I guess it'd have to be the Cowboys.
I think once again, this all comes down to defensive play and QB play, and that means my pick is the Eagles. God, I hated saying that. Let me try to say that with a little bit of pride. The Philadelphia Eagles will win the NFC East this year.
Would you like a bucket?
I feel sick. I don't feel so good. Oh. I don't think Wentz is going to get hurt this year. And the system they use is made for McCown. So even if he does get hurt for a couple games, they got a serviceable QB. Dak is by far the most overrated quarterback in the entire NFL. Period.
I don't even think he's overrated. I think everybody knows he's not great.
Even at not great, he's overrated.
That's rough.
His record without Ezekiel Elliott is fucking trash. And I don't think they're going to start without Ezekiel Elliott, but the wheels are going to come off. Dallas is the team that will always let you down. That's how I've always looked at it. And you will never hear me pick the Cowboys ever, no matter if they have every good player ever made in humankind on their team. I will still pick another team because I'm proudly one of the original founders of the Fuck the Cowboys Club and fuck everything about them. So we'll move to the AFC East. Hey, let's all say it at once. Who doesn't have New England winning this?
Exactly.
The silence should tell y'all. It makes the AFC East really easy to go through.
Who do you think is going to be number 2 in the division, though?
The
That's
Jets.
a good question.
The Jets.
Think so.
Yes.
I would go Buffalo.
I would go Dolphins.
You would go what?
I don't know. I just wanted to say something fucked up.
No, I want to
Dude.
see I fully expect to see the Dolphins logo by your name. No, I'm joking.
Dude, Fitz magic though. That's all you gotta say. He'll
Uh,
he'll wreck a he'll wreck a New England Patriots team down in Florida sometime this year.
so that's one of their 3 wins. Congratulations. I don't know if either one of you have been paying attention, but they just traded away like 90 players for 114 picks.
I saw that. I don't get it.
Oh, I get it.
Don't-
I get it. I know what the Dolphins are doing. It's not going to work because it's the Dolphins, but I know what they're trying to do, which is
I mean,
Tom Brady.
is
Tom
Hinkie
Brady.
running, is
No,
is
Tom
Hinkie
Brady
running
has
that
one or
team
Tom
or
Brady
what?
has 1 or 2 teams left. Tom Brady has 1 or 2 seasons left. If you stack the 2021 season draft, when Brady's either no longer a Patriot and playing for another team or he's retired, they have the strongest draft by every stretch of the imagination when it comes to the NFL in 2021. They have like 30 picks or some shit like that. There's a lot of picks, dude. I know they have 2 in the first round, 3 in the third, 3 in the second round, 3 in the third round for sure right now. Or the
All
one
right, I've got
there's a conditional one in the third round. So like that's a lot of freaking picks, man. But it's the
yeah,
Dolphins.
I guess that they've got 2 more years being an also ran until Tom Brady and Belichick probably both hang it up.
I don't think they're going to take last place in the division though. That still belongs to the Bills.
I don't know. I've got some faith in Josh Allen.
I
mean,
I had faith in Josh Allen until the Bills decided for the last 3 weeks saying we're going to keep Shady and then cut Shady yesterday.
dude, it was a smart decision though.
Yeah,
I mean,
and both teams he's been cut by. The first team he got cut by, how well did they play the next year? The Eagles stunk.
yeah, but that has a lot more to do with Chip Kelly just not knowing how to run an NFL offense.
And who's the head coach for the Buffalo Bills?
Who is it this year?
That's my point. You don't know.
That's a good question. Yeah, that is a real good question. Now I'm gonna have to look.
So I'm stuck, guys, because I think there's 2 divisions that are really strong that I really want to talk about second to last and last. But they're not of the same part of the division. So do you want to continue doing the same division? So AFC North, NFC North, and then AFC South, NFC South, AFC South? Or do you want me to do it in the order that I think fits better for the show?
Dude, keep going the way you're going.
AFC South, who do you got and why?
Dude, I'll go with the Colts. I will actually take the Colts. Jacoby Brissett's nothing impressive. He's a manager, but man, this team is just. Bill O'Brien looks like he is not only a mediocre to terrible NFL coach, he might be the worst GM in the league. Dude, yeah, you took on some players, but you got rid of Clowney for nothing. You leveraged your entire team's future just to keep your job a couple more years, and I don't see him doing it. Indianapolis has the deepest roster in the league, and I can see them just walking away with the division.
I'm going to let you go last this time, Wooly, because I have a counter argument to what he just said. I actually have the Texans winning the division as of this morning. I had the Colts, and I still think the Brissett is going to pop off. I still think he's going to be a good quarterback in this league. Not great, good. So better than Dak. Every move he made yesterday made no sense until they picked up Tunsil. And then everything in my mind went, oh, that's what they're doing. So you don't keep a defensive player that is, he's not generational, but he's pretty fucking close to generational. But you pick up a defensive player that's serviceable, that will still do his job on the same thing that the Colts are doing. The Colts are hoping Brissett will be good, right, Karen?
Yeah.
So that's all they're doing with their defense. They're hoping the defense still can be good because they know Deshaun Watson is good. They know they have the best receiver in the NFL on their team. They know those two things. And they have
that's a fact. If I was trying to win my fantasy league, it'd be Deshaun Watson and DeAndre Hopkins, no doubt. If I'm trying to win a division, I don't know if those two and my maybe competent defense are going to do it.
If Deshaun Watson had any protection last year, they would have made it far into the playoffs. I wholeheartedly believe that.
Yeah, I can't argue with you there.
And but I hate to tell everybody, but the running backs, I don't know if y'all know, but they have like 34 running backs. And two of them is Duke Johnson and Carlos Hyde. And I think still to this day, Carlos Hyde is one of the most underrated running backs to ever play this game because he was awesome in Cleveland. They just picked up Chubb, and Chubb is a little bit better than him. And Duke Johnson is a really good running back. So Lamar Miller, is he coming back this year? I don't know if he's coming back this year. I know he's injured. No, he's not coming back this year. So if they had Lamar Miller, that's a no-brainer. If they had Lamar Miller, there is no way in hell that team would be losing this division. But because they don't have Lamar Miller, I have to still give it to them, but not as strong. Not as strong. The fact that they made that offensive line, they got the best offensive lineman in the league, in my opinion. Single offensive lineman. Tunsil is fucking amazing. He's a hog, and he eats up a lot of land. I just think he's going to be amazing. And if you give Deshaun Watson any time, DeAndre Hopkins didn't drop a single pass last year, guys. Not a single pass.
Oh, no, he's the most talented wide receiver in the league. I don't think you even argue that at this point.
Well, a lot of people would argue, and if they watch, they're definitely going to argue.
If a lot of people said Keenan Allen, they might have an argument. Otherwise, get the fuck out of here with that
no, there's
right now.
I have two people near DeAndre, but for Julio Jones is talent-wise really close to DeAndre, and that hurts because that's a Falcon. And you put Mike Evans on a team with a real quarterback, he would destroy the numbers DeAndre and Devontae Parker puts out. He would destroy them.
I don't know about that, man. Well, I actually I say that because I don't think Jameis is that terrible. I think they've had terrible coaching, just been schemed awful the last few years.
Trust me when I say this. He looked better with Fitzmagic than Winston. So how does that make Winston good? Dude, he looked amazing with Fitzpatrick.
Dude, Fitzpatrick is like the Bartolo Colon of the NFL. Right? You can't explain it. He just wins for no reason. He makes things look amazing, but it's not real. Jameis is a real quarterback. Fitzmagic has like 3 good weeks, and then you remember, oh yeah, this guy is old and not really in quarterback shape.
Spoiler alert, Jameis Winston's not top 25 in the league, so he's not a good quarterback.
Quiet your face. He is going to blow off this year with Arian. We should get off this NFC South, though.
We're going to be going back to that anyway, so it doesn't matter. Wooly?
Perfect. Love it.
I mean, I guess I'm going to have to go with the Texans. I don't see Indy being as great as Iron Rangers putting up. I mean, if they were that great, I don't see Andrew Luck retiring that the way he did. And I don't know.
Well, now that we're there, let's have that discussion because I said there was going to be questions, and this is one of the questions. What is the real reason you two think that Andrew Luck retired? And we will start with you, Wooly, since you were the last one to speak.
I think there's something to do with management that kind of just drove him to a point of not loving the game anymore. And, you know, you lose that passion. It's like like you're not gonna like want to do it at all anymore. And I think he just called it quits because he got tired of, you know, management not giving him a proper offensive line. I think there might have been other issues along that line, but I think ultimately there was something going on with management that caused that.
Jaron?
I just think Andrew Luck never loved football the way like Tom Brady loves football. Tom Brady loves football. He fucking eats it, sleeps it, creates an entire fucking body rejuvenation program around it. Right? But I think he just got married. He's about to have a kid. Two realms I'm deeply familiar with lately. Dude, being sore all the time. You're young, your family's growing. It sucks. Dude, and he's just like, it's not worth it. I've got money. Dude, I'm very educated. I've got other hobbies. Nothing. Football is nothing to him. It is something he did because he could, not because he loved it. He never had to grind for it. He just had it. And I don't think anybody has passion for something that doesn't challenge them when there are really big things that can, you know?
I
His heart
think
was never there.
I think this episode should be called the episode where Rev disagrees with everything we say.
I love it. It's way better to disagree.
I have two reasons why. I'm gonna call one the Kevin Durant and two Daddy. I think his love, because I completely disagree with the love thing. I think that at any point in time before the off season started, if you would have had the NFL players that know each other had a hey, which player do you think loves the game and loves playing this game and is the nicest human being in the league? Andrew Luck is top 5 by everybody. But I think that with what happened with Kevin Durant this year is going to have ripple effects in every sport, because if you remember, his original injury was shoulder, then it was leg, then it was calf. And then all of a sudden he retires. So you have to think, okay, so you take him at face value with what he said. His love's not there. No, that's Gronk. Sorry. He doesn't have that passion no more, and he's scared because he's always in rehab and all that. And with having a kid and seeing what happened with Kevin Durant, do you really want to risk your entire future with your child for a football game? For a game. That's one. Two, gentlemen, where does his daddy work?
The XFL.
He's one of the most intelligent people in the league. Well, was before he retired, and he knows his dad's now going to be running the XFL. So you can still get paid, still be around the game you love without absolutely having to destroy your body to do it.
Yeah, that was one of the theories I saw on Reddit after, because I looked at the XFL subreddit and they were all clamoring about, this surprise retirement by Luck and wondering what that could potentially mean for the XFL.
I don't think he's gonna. I didn't go to their Reddit. I don't think he's gonna be going to the XFL to play.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Dude, if he retired from the Colts to go work for the XFL in any manner, he had way more concussions in his playing time than we ever knew about.
Why is that?
That'd be insane.
Do you like your job you're at right now?
It provides me for my family, so yeah, that makes sense. But
if
I don't think he has to worry about that though with the money he made.
If you could still provide for your family but get a job with somebody you love building something new, would you not do it right now? I would.
Dude, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think I would being at his talent level and just about everything he touches, I'd probably just go build my own name.
He's going to build his own name. I guarantee he's not going there to play. He's
No,
going there
no,
to
no. I'm
work in the
not saying
front
that.
office.
I don't even think he'd work anywhere around the XFL. I just don't see him having a finger in it. You know, outside of maybe investing in it, I could see that with the money he has. But
Yeah, I think if he were to work with anything within the XFL, it's going to be somewhere in their administrative, like executive office type thing.
Okay, we all have reasons he left. I think that we're all right and we're all wrong.
I think at the end of the day, the only people that are going to know is
It's
Andrew
him.
Luck. Yeah.
Yep. And his wife,
Yep.
because he is
Dude,
that type of person.
speaking of Gronk, though, did you guys see that retirement or the speech he gave the other day?
For the CBT thing, yeah, dude, that shit hurt.
Dude,
That hurt.
oh my God, that's terrifying. Dude
The,
couldn't sleep for what, like 2 months after hitting the Super Bowl?
and
What?
and the thing that made it real for me was I'm a sucker for emotions. I really am.
Can't confirm.
You can tell that he wants to come back. When you look at Andrew Luck's face when he retired, it was
Oh,
empty.
he's done. He's
done. With Gronk, I think he's just now starting to get this. I want to do this again.
Dude,
this is my love.
I bet he does, but man, when you
I hope he
hear
stays
him
away.
talk about how bad it, oh yeah, when you hear him talk about how bad it hurt him physically, fucking A. And
Gronk.
he's the biggest guy in the NFL outside of defensive linemen. Dude, he's larger in stature than a lot of offensive linemen. Just this gigantic cut, big person, and he's getting just rattled. That's terrifying. That's scary for the league in general. I'll tell you what.
Gronk, do me a favor. Man to man. Go to WWE. Enjoy your life. Don't do this. Don't do what's in your mind. I know that I promise you, just talk to Ronda Rousey. Find out that you can have passion for something other than football and it still be released in a helpful, healthy way. Don't come back. Because the like Jaron just said, that entire thing about you not sleeping after the hit in the Super Bowl actually made me to lose sleep. As a human being to another human being, that made me lose sleep because that's fucking terrifying. And the NFL has some huge problems, and they need to get rid of the unhealthy, toxic weed rules, and they need to put CBD in now. Make it a rule you can't get high before a game. But let these fucking guys heal themselves in ways they know to heal. That's non-harmful. I've never met a pothead that murdered for pot. It's usually for the money, not the pot. Trust me, as somebody that may have dabbled in selling, may have. Next game, NFC North, boys. NFC North.
NFC North, huh?
We're gonna start with you.
All right. Well, boy, I will give a complete coin flip. Bears Vikings both look dangerous, but I would give the slight nod to the Bears. Trubisky doesn't wow me at all. He's a downgrade to Kirk Cousins. And their wide receivers core, their skill core is not better than Minnesota's, but their defense is top notch. Khalil Mack is going to get MVP talk this year, and we'll touch on that later. But, dude, this defense has a legit chance to be one you sit your grandkids on your knee and talk about. So I'll give the Bears the nod in the NFC North.
Wooly?
It pains me to say this, but I think the Bears are going to be the NFC North.
I fucking hate you guys.
well, here's the thing. I was juggling between Bears and Vikings, and I think the Bears have a slightly better front seven. And, I just don't know. I think the Bears' defense is probably what edges them ahead, especially with Khalil Mack. So that's all I got.
I'm going to hit the rewind button, go back to 3 divisions, and remind you quarterback plus defense wins divisions. Jesus, I pray to you right now to forgive me for my sins. And I request you forever, ever, to forgive me for what I'm about to say. But um, the Bears are going to take 3rd place in that division behind the Packers and the Vikings.
Packers won.
I just, if you think it hurt for me to say Cowboys won a division, let me explain to you that my love for the Packers is as deep as a piece of paper.
I
As
hate
steady-
Rodgers so much.
As steady as a wobbly trailer on no wheels. I fucking hate the Packers. Remember, Tampa Bay was in their division for most of my fucking life, so they shit on us all the time. I fucking hate the Packers. But their defense is actually pretty decent. It's not as good as Chicago's, but okay. So if the Chicago has the better defense, but Green Bay has the far superior quarterback, what do you do there?
I'll say this: their quarterback did not help them last season. So,
Dude, Rodgers did get hurt in week 1 against the Vikings, and it tanked many a fantasy season, including mine. So when people say that he was bad last year, dude, he got hurt right away, right before the first.
I think he
half
was talking
ended.
about Chicago's quarterback, not Packers.
no, I was talking about Aaron Rodgers.
Oh,
yeah.
No, he got it, dude. You realize he got injured really bad twice last year and still played the entire year. I'm just saying, like,
Oh yeah,
he barely missed any time last year, and he got hurt twice.
He missed the second half of that opening week game against the Vikings, and that was it.
So, if you were to ask me, and I have to preface this, if you were to ask me who the top 5 receivers in the league, 2 of them plays in that division. So we're clear. DeAndre Hopkins is number 1. I have Julio Jones and Mike Evans as 2 and 3. I have Devontae Parker as 4 and Adam Thielen as 5. Adam Thielen is a fucking beast.
Dude, he's so good.
He is so good. And
but,
Kirk Cousins.
You know who's even better though on his team? Stephon fucking Diggs.
As a better receiver, no. As a better catcher, yes.
Ooh. Dude, as a more dynamic receiver, and I think he's going to be top 3 this year.
I'd rather have a receiver. I'd rather have a receiver that can run routes properly all the time with speed than just somebody with speed.
Dude, I think you're gonna eat them words.
I don't have to eat my I don't have to eat my words since Thielen's been doing it for the last 2 years with Diggs on the team.
Trust me, I watch every Vikings game, dude. Thielen has been a stud since he got put on the practice squad in 13.
Yep.
He's always been just a worker, and I've enjoyed watching him develop. But man, Stephon Diggs, I don't know what his deal was last year. He looked off, but the sky's the limit for that kid.
I can say why he was off. If you indulge,
Cousins didn't have enough time for him to develop his routes, but
how come he had enough time for Thielen to get his routes in?
Dude, because Thielen usually does the shorter routes.
No, because Thielen runs proper routes. So if you have a shit quarterback and a receiver that's only good with speed and hands, you're not going to get the speed and hands the ball as much as the receiver that runs concise, perfect routes.
Dude, I'll tell you though that Minnesota offensive line for the last 6 years has been.
It doesn't matter. Cousins is bottom 5 quarterbacks in the league and the worst contract in the league.
But he's so nice.
I don't
How
give
dare
a fuck.
you?
Here's what nice will do you. Here's what nice will do you. Let's move to what I consider the second hardest division in the league to pick, the AFC North.
You're lucky you called it the division and not the state. I would have come down there and killed you.
The AFC North. Let's talk about nice. In that division, there is one asshole quarterback, one cocky quarterback, one new quarterback, and one nice quarterback. Who's taking last? Fuck who's taking first, who's taking last?
Dude, I'm going to say the quarterback who looks like he's never held a girl's hand. That's the quarterback I'll go with.
Stop talking about Andy Dalton like that.
Ooh, that's rough. That's rough. Dude, he's probably got a really nice Mormon girlfriend or something.
Hence the nice quarterback. So I can safely guarantee all three of us agree that the Bengals are taking last in that division. Hence the nice quarterback.
Ooh,
and it's simply because they have Andy Dalton as quarterback and AJ Green is hurt. So who's winning the division? Wooly.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna give this city false hope, but I'm gonna say Cleveland. They've been on an upward trajectory for the past couple years. You know, I think
1 year is not a couple.
Well, okay, yeah. I mean, I guess it is kind of tough to go down whatever you went 0-16 2 or 3 years ago. But the Browns last year showed signs of improvement that I think that they will continue on through this next year, and I think they're going to surprise some people. So.
Did we lose him?
No.
No.
Oh, there you are.
Oh, I must have missed you for a second there. Would it surprise any of you guys if I said that I think Baltimore might be the second best team in the AFC?
No. We're going to agree on something, I think.
Dude, I'm telling you, Lamar Jackson is going to be a stud this year. For different reasons, though. Got it.
No,
I think he's going to take a big step up this year. The running is going to be great for fantasy. But his over-under on total touchdowns this year, passing, in Vegas is 15. Dude, he's going to blow that away. It's going to be like 30. Dude, he's going to look great. He's going to throw like I would say maybe 625 completion percentage this year. He's going to look great. And that defense is just going to be good.
Okay, so let me preface this by saying I wholeheartedly believe you cannot say that a division goes through one city unless that city won their division. So all these idiots, sorry, Jarl and everybody else, all these idiots that say that the division goes through Pittsburgh, you have to win the division for it to go through your division, so sit your silly ass down. Baltimore won that division last year. You didn't make the playoffs, so it's still Baltimore's division. The only thing that scares me about Baltimore is if he would have played every game last year, he would have had more rushing attempts than anybody in the league. Not quarterbacks, guys. Anybody.
Oh, yeah, and it would have been exciting.
I'm going Baltimore.
We haven't seen that level of rushing since Tebow.
I'm going since if you don't sit your dumb ass down, I will hurt you.
You just fucked him up, Iron Ranger.
Jesus Christ, man. Tebow's where he belongs, kneeling. Anyway,
unfortunately, that does not get the type of razzle that
Oh, it
Kaepernick
did
said.
too. It damn sure did too. People were so angry that motherfucker kneeled when he scored touchdowns.
Well, I meant from a certain
Yeah.
subsect of the NFL
It's the same.
community.
It's the same. It's the same damn thing with the people that kneel for the fucking flag.
Yeah.
It's a subset. 50% of American fans don't like it. Bullshit. That's why the ratings only went down by 17% at its highest. Sit your dumb ass down saying 50%. That's not how math works. 17% is not higher than 50%. Sit down. The reason Baltimore is going to win that division is because they have a quarterback that can control the game. One. And two, way more important, that defense is top three. Adding Earl Thomas, getting stronger defensive line. Linebackers are still some of the best in the league. Cornerbacks are that's the scary part, but they don't have to cover Antonio Brown this year. Oh, but Rev, OBJ, fuck off with that. Hey, Wooly, let Jaron know, but remind everybody, what did I say last year about the Browns? You don't remember? If Tyrod Taylor stayed playing, they would have made the playoffs. If Mayfield takes over early, they will win games and give hope. That's what I said. Browns are still 1 year out from winning division. They're making the playoffs. That makes the Steelers third, which I still have making the playoffs.
Dude, and I have them starting slow and looking really dangerous come the end of December.
Who?
Browns. I have them
I
just
think
getting off to a slow start. Everybody's just like, oh, it's the same old Browns.
I think
And
it's
then
the
they
other
just
way
go on a
around.
tear.
No, I think it's the other way around. I think they're going to start off really hot, really hot, really hot, really hot. And as soon as those games starts disappearing and they start losing close games and OBJ is not getting the ball enough and Kareem Hunt's not here yet, I think that the chemistry of that team slowly, Kareem Hunt, if they can make it till Kareem Hunt becomes back to that team, because as soon as Kareem Hunt comes to that team, they are the best team in the AFC, period.
Oh,
Kareem Hunt is a scary, scary on and off the field football player.
isn't it gross that we have to think he's amazing?
Yes.
Him and Tyreek Hill are the worst.
Well, fuck Tyreek Hill. Fuck him. I don't give a fuck how fast you are. You're a piece of shit.
Right, dude. Hunt's still pretty bad. A lot of these guys are, though. How do you reconcile it?
All right.
You just watch. Yeah.
Let's get to the most competitive division in the league.
I realized which division that you were talking about, and
the
God.
NFC South, the Super Bowl NFC team is coming from this division.
You like Tampa Bay that much, huh?
He's not even talking about Tampa Bay, I don't think.
Abso-fucking-lutely not. But I do have a surprise for y'all. Jaron, we'll start with you. Who you have winning the NFC South?
Dude, Matty Ice and the Falcons take it. It's not even a conversation, I don't think. Breeze looked really bad the last month. He didn't look injured. He just looked like he was starting to really slow down. Kind of like Peyton did in, what was it, 14?
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Yep,
Dude, he
14.
he slowed down a bit. Didn't look right. You're just like, okay. You know, he's going to get it right. Maybe he's just tired out. They'll manage his load. No, he's just dead. It was over the next season. Same thing's going to happen to Breeze this year. Michael Thomas is going to be a fantasy killer again. Dude, he's one of the best wide receivers in the league. That defense still is good. I think it's going to take a step back this year. I think losing Mark Ingram and replacing him with Latavius Murray is going to hurt. Kamara's slight. He's not going to hold up to a workload. That's why it was really nice to have those two work in tandem. Dude, Atlanta, Matty Ice, consistent killer. I think they right the ship this year. Yeah, they'll be a good team. I think it's going to be Atlanta's walking away.
Willie?
I think the team that should have been in last year's Super Bowl is going to be the team that wins this division. Let's be honest, Drew Brees is fucking Drew Brees, right? I mean, he needs to win fucking one.
He has one.
Well, he needs to win another.
Okay.
Let's put that. I forgot he has one already, so he needs to win another. But like past few minutes I've been battling between Saints and Panthers, and I'm going with Saints because Breeze is the more consistent quarterback. When you look at, say, someone like a Cam Newton, I mean, there are weeks where he is great, and then there are weeks where he is running for his life, playing like shit. And I don't know. I don't get the vibes from Atlanta to be as good as they probably should be. And well, Tampa, sorry, Rev, but Tampa is Tampa.
Why are you saying sorry, Rev?
Well,
I told y'all I'm the most unbiased person y'all have ever fucking met.
Yeah. But Tampa is Tampa. Tampa does Tampa things. And so I'm going to have to go with the Saints.
The heartbreaking part about this for me is this is probably the most talented group of quarterbacks for a division in the entire league. And none of them have backups. And they're all injury prone. All four of them. So,
Hey now.
For me,
Drew Brees is an Iron Man. He doesn't really miss that much time.
Well, that's what I'm getting at. For me, once again, defense and quarterback. If you have Drew Brees is the best quarterback in the NFL. And he's close to the top 3 of all time because he's done more with less than anybody in the history of the league but Tom Brady. And Tom Brady makes people. Drew Brees makes people. I guarantee you, if Michael Thomas was on another team, he is not having the numbers he has. But you still have to go. You still have to go with what you said. There are some drop off from Drew Brees from last year. I do kind of agree with you with Drew Brees. But then you go to the backups. Teddy Bridgewater is the best backup in that division.
Did you know that Matty Ice has only missed 2 games in his entire career?
Maybe he should have missed a lot more.
Dude, that's actually insane. I had to look up because I was like, I don't really remember Matty Ice missing a lot of games. No, he missed. He played 16 games his rookie year in 2008. He played 14 in 2009, and he's played 16 games every fucking year from 2010 to 2018. 9 straight seasons, not a missed game. That's actually pretty damn impressive for a guy who has not had an offensive line to keep him clean.
Now that you said that, I'm going to say with New Orleans. Fuck that. Drew Brees is a much better fucking quarterback than Matt Ryan will ever be. He's got a better running back than Matt Ryan has, and he has a receiver that is comparable to Julio Jones.
It's all about the quarterback, and I think Brees has walked off that cliff. He's going to feel great in September, and then it's all going to fall apart. And it's going to be tragic.
The entire NFL, who's the worst team?
Oh, the worst team in the entire league. Ooh.
Washington Redskins.
Ooh.
Washington is going to be so bad. I've got a lot of hope for Dwayne Haskins III. But I don't have a lot of hope for him this year. That entire franchise has always been a dumpster fire. And I feel bad for the entire fan base. It's hard to watch an NFL stadium stay half empty just because of mismanagement.
Why are
And
we
I
still
think it's all
taking
gonna.
shots at Tampa? Look, I told y'all they're not going to be
Dude,
good.
Tampa. It's weird with Tampa though, because they're always exciting. Like they
Because they have a
get blown
pirate on
out
their
once in a
helmet.
while. That's true, and the boat is sweet. All right, home games would
They
be
have a boat
awesome
in
there,
their fucking stadium, you bitches. Fuck y'all.
dude. And it has cannons, and they're loud. That'd be
Really
super
loud.
cool. Fuck, that'd
Well,
be super awesome.
so is the
And the
Columbus
entire
Blue Jackets, and
Well, they suck too.
yeah, so
yeah, but they also draw a crowd. Because the NHL is legit.
I was about to say Tampa Bay don't draw. Oh wait, the Lightning do. Anyway, Wooly, your pick for worst team.
worst team. I'm going to go with the Raiders. They went what 2-12 last year. They keep throwing away like any good pieces they have. I believe this is also their last year in Oakland, so I mean, I feel like it'd be poetic justice for the city of Oakland to have the Raiders get a fuck you year. Another fuck you year, I should say.
I'll give you the Raiders, but without looking now, have you seen perhaps the Detroit Lions schedule?
No,
I haven't.
Well, I know they play sixth against a really good fucking conference.
They have
So-
two game. They have 2 games that I can see that they could maybe win. 2 games, and because I'm completely unbiased to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I do not think they can beat Tampa Bay. So they have 1 game I think they can win. 1 game.
So what you're
Dude.
saying is that Detroit's in the running for another 0-16. Is that what
No.
I'm hearing you say?
No. They're going to either beat the Cardinals or they're going to beat the Raiders, guaranteed. But the rest, they have Green Bay the last game of the season, Denver, I'm going from last game up now. I'll go from first game up. They start the season in Arizona. Then they have the Chargers, then the Eagles, then the Chiefs, then the Packers, then the Vikings, then the Giants, then the Raiders, then the Bears, then the Cowboys, then the Redskins, then the Bears, then the Vikings, then the Buccaneers, then the Broncos, and then the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, there's
What did Detroit do to get that fucking schedule?
Yeah.
Did the NFL forget that when a team is bad, they're supposed to get a lighter schedule the next year to make it a little bit of parity? That's how they've always done it. Is that what happened?
What is parody?
Exactly. We'll find out in a couple years when Tom Brady retires.
All right.
right.
Did you know right now, Jay Gruden is the way favorite at first coach fired at 3-1. Shermer's plus 850. Patricia's plus 900.
Shermer's not losing his game. Shermer's not losing his.
Dude, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, I would put Patricia at maybe 5-1. Bill O'Brien, they have him at 1,200 plus 1,200. I don't see that.
I don't either.
Just because they don't have a GM for the season. I mean, that
What's the head coach for Dallas?
Submarine your entire franchise for years. What's that?
What's the head coach for Dallas?
Jason Garrett. He's never getting fired.
He's getting fired this year.
Dude, he's plus 1,500. I don't see it happen.
He's getting fired this year.
Dude, he does what no other coach would do, and that's facilitate every wish of his owner. What other coach in their right mind would just do whatever the fuck the owner asks?
Have you met Mike Tomlin?
Dude, what? Mike Tomlin's semi-decent. All right, let's calm down.
I didn't say he wasn't good, but that doesn't change what I said.
Dude,
he should have lost his job. He should have lost his job the second Antonio Brown did not show up for a game. Because you already lost. That's living proof you have no control over your locker room.
Oh hell no!
Dude, really? How many yards did LeVon? How many yards did Le'Veon Bell have last year because of Tomlin?
0. I don't think that was Tomlin though.
Tomlin, if he had as much control as people say he does in that locker room, he could have facilitated a fucking contract, something for Le'Veon Bell.
I think Le'Veon is headstrong, and he might have made the right decision.
Oh, I know he made the right
But
decision.
but dude, there have been stories going around for years now about how Antonio Brown is just not a good guy. I will put 0 of the Antonio Brown saga on Mike Tomlin, and it's 110% on Antonio Brown.
Oh, no. As long as Ben can't keep my fucking hands to myself, Roethlisberger still a human being, he cannot be fully blamed because Big Ben is a piece of shit too.
He's probably not a good guy.
No, he's already proved he's not a good guy. He's proved without a shadow of a doubt he's not a good guy. MVP, Jaron.
Dude, it's probably going to be Mahomes. I don't see him, there's no way he puts up 50 again. But I don't see him really slowing down to the point where he's not going to be the most exciting thing the NFL has seen in 20 years. There's no way.
You just like giving me hot takes so I can react. I'm getting this. I'm getting this.
Dude, they're not that hot of takes, though. That's the worst part.
Michael Vick is a human being that played football in the last 20 years, and he's nowhere near Michael Vick. Come on, man.
Whoa,
exciting.
Whoa.
Exciting to watch.
Dude, no. Mahomes has touch that Mike Vick would die for.
And Mike Vick has feet that Mahomes would die for.
Dude, a lot of people would die for those feet. His running skill was unmatched. Maybe Barry Sanders had more instinct, and that is it.
Who, Vic?
Yeah, dude, Vic is probably the second best person to ever run
Agreed.
football in his.
Fucking agreed, 100%. I was just going by excitement factor, not quarterback factor.
No, I think Mahomes is more exciting. Dude, what he does actually throwing a football, the way he sees the game is something that we're gonna realize in 10 years is the Mike Trout level of the NFL. We didn't realize just how exciting it was when we had it.
Well, that's how I look at Michael Vick. Because do me a favor, name a receiver that played for Michael Vick.
Dude, didn't Andre Rison play?
And you think you think Andre Rison's in the same breath as Tyreek Hill or Kelsey?
No, there's not a wide receiver tight end duo that's ever been like that.
Well, there is, but it played for the Cowboys, so I kind of disqualify them.
All right, Willie, what do you got for the MVP this year?
Yeah.
Oh man. I mean, see, I don't know. I keep wanting to go say Tom Brady just for the lulz, but I don't know. You know what? Fuck it. I'll say Tom Brady because reasons.
Reasons.
Dude, you know what? It would not surprise me if Tom Brady in his age 41 season took a bunch of no names and just wrecked the league one last time. That would be the least surprising thing ever.
Yeah, I mean, Tom Brady and the Patriots are always in the conversation, no matter what. And they have been for the past several years. I mean, unless Brady just falls off a goddamn cliff this year. Which,
spoiler alert. That's not happening.
Yeah, knowing how well he takes care of his body, that ain't happening.
He's going to be so old and still walk off on his own terms. Like, I could have done it longer.
Yeah, I know I'm celebrating my 75th birthday, but,
I wanted to throw another touchdown.
Yeah.
I just wanted to show Bill that I'm better than him. There's 97-year-old Bill Belichick still coaching. It's like, it was me.
The corpse of Bill Belichick.
Dude, he's never dying. He is the Matrix. All right?
No. He is fucking Palpatine from Star Wars. He's you show him 20 years from now, he's still coaching the Patriots. He's just got on a hood with a really long like black cloak robe thing or whatever. He's just white faced and just wrinkles everywhere. Looks like he's been tortured.
Jesus. Can I pick my MVP now? Jesus Christ.
Are you sure it's not Bob Kraft who's Palpatine?
Good. Let the hate flow within you.
Oh, God. All right, Rep, what do you got?
I'm stuck between two people, so I'm going to give you them both.
Okay.
And see what y'all think. Lamar Jackson and Leonard Fournette. I agree. As I told you, Jaron, with the Baltimore thing, if they don't figure him out, he's going to go for 40 easy and 50 or 60 combined. He's going to blow up if they don't figure him out. And Leonard Fournette recently on Twitter said that he was in the right frame of mind and healthier than he's been ever. And if y'all didn't watch him at LSU, and this is where my bias comes in, and I don't give a fuck below me, Leonard Fournette is probably the best underrated fucking running back in the entire league. And he has stiff arms that makes grown men cry. And I think he's the only reason the Jaguars has a fighting chance in that league, that division. Because Foles is going to do a serviceable job. Turn around, hand the ball to him. Ta-da! So if I had to pick out of the two, I'm going to go with Leonard Fournette. My bias will get injected in here. I was originally going to go Cam Newton, but the last 3 or 4 days watching Fournette and the way he acts and the way he's ready to go this year. Oh boy. Oh fucking boy. I think that it's going to be exciting.
Did you slip and fall and hit your head on the way over to this podcast?
Nope.
No, the microphone just fell on his head.
And you're going to realize real quick, just like baseball, Darren, I'm pretty accurate with this shit, ain't I, Wooly?
Typically, yeah.
Dude, I could see Fournette maybe like Offensive Player of the Year, MVP. That's a tall order.
If he gets the Jaguars to the playoffs, if the Jaguars makes the playoffs, how can you fight that? Because there's two better teams in their division.
You can't, because if they make the playoffs, it's not going to be on Nick Foles. That's for sure.
That's my whole point. Look, I like Nick Foles in Philadelphia. But name one good quarterback that ever played for Jacksonville. Don't worry. I'll wait. The only serviceable one is now the offensive coordinator for Tampa Bay, Brian Leftwich. Everybody else has stunk. Everybody else has gone there after having good careers elsewhere, has stunk. And when Blake Bortles is your superhero at quarterback of a city, maybe you got to start looking elsewhere. One dark horse team, AFC, go.
All right, I'm going to go with the New York Giants.
That's not AFC.
Oh, AFC.
AFC first. AFC first.
All right, AFC first. Dude, you know what? Bills.
The Bills?
Yep.
Did you just hold up?
Did you fall on your head, sir?
Wait, yeah, I need you to when you're editing this, Wooly, make sure you go back and make him ask himself if he fell and bumped his head. Go ahead, Jaron. Sorry.
Dude, I'm telling you, these guys are going to get it done. Dude,
with what running back? Allen,
doesn't matter. Josh Allen.
With what receiver?
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen won't do jack shit.
You know, I was sleeping last night, and I thought to myself, man, Frank Gore is going to be amazing this year. Holy shit. John Brown, he's probably the most unrated running back receiver from Pittsburgh State ever. What?
Dude, I'm telling you, man. TJ
Their
Yeldon.
best. Come on, man.
He's
Their
gonna
best
tear it up.
receiver. Their best receiver is Cole Beasley, man. Come on.
Dude, John Brown is gonna catch so many fucking deep balls from that
Jesus.
gigantic arm. I'm telling you, you know what?
Look,
It
Josh
sounds
Allen.
stupid.
Josh
It
Allen is
sounds
going to
stupid.
be. Josh Allen is going to be an amazing quarterback when he's traded to the Patriots after the end of next year.
Ooh, that's rough, dude. Jesus. Oh my God, just give it to Buffalo one more time. God, that's
Yeah.
terrible.
Wooly, who's your AFC? Because this motherfucker's lost his mind.
Okay, AFC dark horse pick. I'll go with the Titans.
What? Look, let's have a discussion off the record here. You're fucking crazy too.
Well, you see, they're gonna give a really good run at it, and then they're gonna fall 1 yard short. So,
look. Oh, Jesus Christ. All of that for that. You wasted my 30 seconds of my time to give me that. Jesus Christ. Go eat another donut, you bastard. Y'all already know mine. Mine's the Jaguars, period. Because of one man and that defense. Let's not forget, they do have a fucking defense. All right.
Dude, yeah,
NFC.
Big Dick Nick, he's going to win it all this year again.
Big Dick Nick.
NFC. Go ahead and tell me why you had the Giants. Jared?
Dude, I just think that they get no respect. Saquon is disgusting. Right? This guy is going to have 2,600 all-purpose yards this year.
More than that. Jesus Christ.
I mean, that's low. I don't know. What do you think? I'm saying maybe 1,600, 800 to 915.
Are you asking me
Somewhere around
honestly?
there. Dude, yeah.
I think he's going 2,000, 1,000.
That would be intense. I don't see it. Just
Okay.
Because they're gonna start Eli, and he's gonna win a couple games, and it's gonna be dumb. You're not gonna be able to explain it. Then he'll lose a couple. They'll bring in Daniel Jones. Dude, he's gonna throw some deep balls. He looks good.
Can I just play the derp song over this whole thing? Because
Wooly, who do you have?
For my NFC dark horse, I mean, I have to go with the Panthers. I mean, they're going to be in competition with the Saints, I think, throughout most of the year. And like I said, Cam Newton, he can be, really great one week and really bad the next week, but there's no denying that he's got quite a bit of talent. And if he can use that talent to, be consistent week in, week out, I just think Carolina's got a really good chance with him.
So when I came up with the skeleton 2 weeks ago, I had 3 teams. 3 teams for my NFC dark horse. And then I got rid of one because I do not think that Washington can make a run of it when they have no idea who's going to play the quarterback. So I had Washington taken last in their division. I then was left with 2 teams, my team and the Giants. Because as you know, Wooly, if we could find a way to rewind that, I actually said when New York took Daniel Jones, that was a good pick.
Mm-hmm.
Because of how he plays the game. And then I will always pick Tampa as my dark horse because 1, I had the flag on my arm, and 2, Mike Evans is still on that fucking team, and he makes them good by himself. But I have to agree with Jaron. Look, man, Eli is going to go 1-3 and get benched. He's going to lose to Dallas, win in Buffalo, lose to Tampa, lose to Washington, and get benched. And then I think Daniel Jones is going to lose one game before the bye week. Just one. And that's to New England. And I mean it. I think that Saquon Barkley is going to go for 3,000 all-purpose this year. He's going to, dude, look, I've been watching football all my fucking life, and only 3 running backs in my entire life have I got excited to watch play the game. Barry Sanders, Warwick Dunn, and Saquon Barkley. My entire life. And if you don't know why, look up Warwick Dunn. Don't be like, who, what? Warwick Dunn? Are you crazy? Warwick Dunn was the size of my thighs and was able to run for a ton of fucking yards and get in and out of he ran in the line. He didn't run on the outside a lot. He went into the line. I called him Little Magic Man. He would disappear in one side of the line and reappear on the other side for a 60-yard gain. Warwick Dunn was amazing for both the Falcons and the Buccaneers.
I don't think there was ever a more decisive runner.
I don't either. Like,
dude, Arian Foster couldn't even hold his jock strap when it comes to being a one-cut runner.
Saquon Barkley, if he hits a hole, he hits it harder than I've seen anybody hit, period, other than Hayward. And a lot of people are not going to know who the fuck that is. But look at Craig Haywood. That's all I have to say. You're going to get a nickname, and you'll understand why as soon as you watch him. And if he cuts, the only running back I've ever seen cut better than him is Barry. Like, the dude's got feet. Like, look, he is their offense. And all Daniel Jones has to do is hand the ball off, dump the ball off to him, and then pass to fucking Coleman. And they're good. I think that they can. I think they're actually the second team. If I have to pick the playoffs, you have my division winners, and then the wild cards are both the wild card teams are coming from the divisions. So Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, and Cleveland, with Baltimore winning their division, and then the Eagles and the Giants with, the Cowboys and the Giants. No, the Eagles and the Giants with the Cowboys winning their division. That's how I have it. Because it makes no sense otherwise. I want to say Tampa. I want to agree with Jaron that Winston's going to do this and Winston's going to do that. But I watch the preseason games, and I'm not like you other idiots that think the preseason doesn't matter. Our best quarterback's our third string quarterback in Tampa. Brian Griffin is our best quarterback. And until we realize that, we're stuck.
I don't know. I think Jameis is just going to blow up this year. Arians is going to have the entire offense clicking. It's going to be a beautiful thing to watch, Rev.
I think that if Jameis blows up, it has nothing to do with Jameis. I think it's because they have the best overall tight ends in the league. Not single tight end. Zach Ertz and Travis Kelce fans. The best overall tight end group in the league. And they probably have, top 3 receiving core?
Oh, easily.
And those, if you didn't watch the preseason, because they don't matter, you wouldn't understand. Tanner Hudson and Justin Watson, remember those names. Tanner Hudson will become the 3rd tight end for Tampa Bay, and maybe even move Cameron Brate to another team by the end of next year. Justin Watson will be the reason why Chris Godwin will leave Tampa. They're amazing. Prediction. Tanner Hudson's got hands, and he's faster than any of our tight ends. Justin Watson's as fast as Chris Godwin. Godwin plays for San Francisco. Godwin's a good receiver. Don't get me wrong, but just mark my words. Remember those names. Tanner Hudson, tight end. Justin Watson, receiver. And that's not even bringing up Perriman. We have 4 really talented receivers. Our only problem right now on offense is who the fuck is our running back? That's our
That
only
might be your
problem.
downfall, but I mean, I could see them just picking up an undrafted, and in that offense, I think Arians is going to get them chucking it a bunch. Who cares about your running back at that point?
Has LaShawn McCoy signed anywhere?
No,
That may be a landing spot for him. I don't want him on our team, but if he can play anywhere near the level that he played last year, it gives Mike Evans a lot of room.
dude, the spot I heard rumbled about the most was San Francisco, and for McCoy, and that makes a ton of sense right now.
Oh, that's
If
money
if
for
you're gonna
McCoy.
get Jimmy G going, it's gonna be with a decent running back, and with Jerick McKinnon going down again, you definitely need somebody better.
Yep. Agreed. 100% agreed. If y'all had to choose, last question and we're done. If y'all had to choose a defensive player this year that could make MVP other than Khalil Mack,
Yeah.
who is it? Well, I mean, asking the question when all three of us would pick Khalil Mack is kind of fucking pointless now, don't you think?
Definitely is.
I just wanted us all to agree on one thing. God.
We already did.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
We all agreed that you're an idiot for picking the Titans.
Dude, you want to know who's gonna get Defensive Player of the Year and some
Yes.
MVP pub? If it's not Khalil Mack, it's gonna be Bradley Chubb of the Denver Broncos. Dude, the way him and Von Miller play in tandem is terrifying. They are the two fastest edge rushers you will ever find. They're devastating, powerful, and I think that Von Miller is going to put a lot of pressure on quarterbacks, and Bradley Chubb is just going to eat them up coming off the other side. Dude, I'm telling you, 21, 22 tackles, 5 forced fumbles, maybe an interception. Sky's the limit for this kid this year. It's going to be exciting to watch that defense.
You got anybody, Wooly?
Well, if I can't say Khalil Mack, I think I'll have to go with Aaron Donald then.
Oh, it's actually a good pick. Both of those are actually good picks. And if you need to understand what Aaron Donald does for that Rams defense,
It's a lot.
please stop watching baseball so much and enjoy a hoss of a man that moves really fast.
Oh, he's devastating.
I'm actually going to go with Myles Garrett from Cleveland because somebody just said really fast, really dangerous off the ends. That starts and almost ends with Myles Garrett. Look, I love Von Miller. Von Miller, I would have picked Von Miller if Myles Garrett wasn't a human being in the NFL. Like, I would almost pick Myles Garrett if you had to build a team, a defense around somebody. I would damn near come close to picking Myles Garrett before Khalil Mack. Because he is a linebacker that plays defensive end. And he's actually a player in the league that makes me go, I'm glad I don't play professional football because he looks like he would hurt me.
Dude, if you looked up the definition of athleticism in the dictionary, you'd see Myles Garrett.
Yeah,
He
no,
is
absolutely.
a terrifyingly built person.
I'm trying to remember his name. Devin Bush. Devin Bush for Pittsburgh.
Oh, the rookie?
Yes. Holy crap.
Oh, boy.
Look, there's 2 rookies that play linebacker in the NFL this year that everybody should watch. Devin Bush and Devin White from Tampa Bay.
Dude.
One, man, look. One played for FSU, one played for LSU. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Devin Bush played for Michigan. The other, Devin White definitely played for LSU. Trust me, I know that. I don't have to look that one up.
Oh, trust me, I saw a lot of Devin Bush up here in Big Ten country. Boy, is
Yeah.
something else. Oof.
Um,
Man, I felt really bad when Pittsburgh moved up and snagged him out in front of Cleveland or Cincinnati. Dude,
I didn't feel bad.
that is the middle linebacker that would have fucking saved that franchise, though.
No,
That boy's
that
generational.
but that franchise don't need a linebacker. They need a quarterback.
Dude, no, they need somebody to run that defense before they find somebody to run that offense.
No,
They're in
do you
play
see
for
what they have on offense though?
Dude, they're in play for Tua this year.
If you take Andy Dalton off of that team and just let Driscoll run it, I guarantee you they win more games with Driscoll than Dalton, because they have by far the best backfield in the league. Well, no, Cleveland probably has that. Cincy's backfield is scary because it's Bernard and Mixon. And there's a reason why Mixon's top 5 in rushing yards every fucking year. They have AJ Green, which AJ Green, AJ Green's like Larry Fitzgerald. They're really old, but they're really good. And then they have John Ross II over on the other side. Like, there's no joke on that team except quarterback when it comes to offense. And it's just like, wow, like, what the fuck are you doing?
Dude, the good people of Cincinnati have been asking that my entire life. They are just the most mediocre run franchise of all time, I'm sure. You couldn't be just
that's Tampa.
The middle of a shit sandwich. I don't know about that.
No, that's Tampa. Check me. That's Tampa.
But you guys have a Super Bowl.
Yes, because of Tony Dungy.
Well, Cincinnati would probably eat a shit sandwich to have Tony Dungy for a season.
They had a chance when we fired him, and they didn't hire him.
Because Cincinnati's mediocre.
And I'm still telling you that Tampa has the worst win percentage out of a team older than 30 years.
Look this up now, Dylan. You're probably right, though, too.
The amount of... No, I'm sorry. I'm going to rephrase that. I just made myself sad, and we can end with a sad rev. Tampa has the worst win percentage of every team in the NFL.
Oh my God!
By
you are right.
By 0.4%, so not even close. The only thing that we have that makes me proud is we only have one tie, but we have a 385 win. Okay, look, thanks for joining us tonight on the NFL edition and the Depression of Rev podcast of whatever the fuck this thing's called now. Boycott feelings. I'm stuck with Jameis Winston.
Thank you for watching.
We'll see you next week when we talk about being lewd on the internet and what it gets for you. Seriously, that is next week's topic.
Oh boy.
I hope that everybody has a great week. I hope that your NFL teams suck like mine. And Jameis Winston, if you could do me a favor, and if you can go an entire season with keeping your hands to your fucking self, maybe we can win some games. Until then, see ya.
Bye-bye.